MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's on to Game 5 of the National League Championship Series between the New York Mets and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, this is still anyone's series here as we get ready for Game 5.
Well, you can see by the results, we're right back where we started from. When you're tied after 4, Game 5 is always critical. You don't want to get stuck needing to win the final 2 to move on. So the winner of this one is going to get a huge leg up on winning this series.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Home side about to take the field. This place is jumping. Here's public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 Chicago Cubs.
And briefly here, a glance at the 2 starters who'll get the ball here in this one. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I'm really going to have to keep a close eye on Brandon Nimmo. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat, well, they just go.
Kyle Hendricks gets the call in Game 5 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Wow, he was awfully good in his last one. A complete game victory. We'll see if he'll be as good in this one as he was at his previous start.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And guys, can we lock in on the Gold Glover at third base? I've played this position. You got to do so many things. I mean, you have to have just the quickest hands, reacting on one-hop liners. You have to have the ability to take away the bunt, a la Adrian Beltre and Nolan Arenado. You better have a backhand, and not only that, you better have a strong throwing arm.
The second baseman, number 6.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
First pitch, 7:06.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Now here's the pitch. He pulls this one into right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So with that, the Mets have a runner aboard to get the inning underway.
The mark of a great pitcher is the ability to put people away when you have 2 strikes on him. He wasn't able to do it to start the game. Let's see if he makes the adjustment.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo, lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Sinker down around the knees, gets the called strike. Nimmo Bats left but throws right and stands in at 6'3". He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
The next 0-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Now another 0-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. McNeil on at first, nobody out. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
And he struck him out.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Here's the first pitch to him. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. The 1-0. Grounded weakly down the line toward third, but a foul ball. 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
That's a great job of keeping your hands back. You could tell he was totally fooled. His hip started leaking a little bit, but he was able to stay strong enough with his hands not to overcommit.
All even now, 2-2. The 2-2. Hit out towards second, and that's through for a hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
First pitch of the at-bat. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. And set up behind the plate, Rusty Valentine, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew for this one.
Dan, Rusty Valentine behind the dish tonight. He is north-south without question, letters to knees.
Well, I tell you what, he really favors a power pitcher. If you can consistently pitch at about the chest level and above, he'll call that high strike zone. I think he's a very friendly pitcher's umpire.
0-2 count, and the pitch. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. The second for 1 on Rizzo, and it's a double play. Side retired. So they get to him for a couple of hits in the inning here, but they've got nothing to show for it. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, you know, the key for this ball club has been Jason Hayward. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
Noah Syndergaard has the ball for the 5th game of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, when you think of the power arms in baseball, this is the first guy you think of. Noah Syndergaard, big, strong guy, throws 89 to 93 mile an hour sliders. That's right, sliders. His fastball, anywhere from 97 to 101 miles an hour. Power fastball, power slider, and a terrific changeup. One of the best pitchers in the game of baseball.
Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Into the box, Jason Hayward. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. Career numbers versus Syndergaard. He's 4 for 13. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Into center field, line drive, base hit. So the leadoff hitter reaches with good speed. The 2-hole hitter can handle the bat. We'll see if they have a play on here with nobody out.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obvious. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy has had a monster postseason so far.
Nick Castellanos now, as the first pitch misses to him. It's ball one. Count is even, 1-1 to Nicholas Castellanos. Nobody out, runner on first. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Heading out towards shallow right. Nimmo coasts under it. He's got it one away.
Batting third, the third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Now to the plate, Chris Bryant. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Hayward leads off first with one away. Oh, and this at bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
And a good idea to hang close at first, as he'll make it back easily. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Ripped down the line. Two and two.
That's inside.
Runner at first here, one man out. Throw over to first.
Safe.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 8th pitch of the at-bat. And another foul ball. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. We'll try it one more time for second. Soft liner towards short. And there's out number 2.
Batting fourth, the first baseman,
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Career numbers versus Syndergaard. He's totaled 4 hits in 16 tries. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. Now the pitch. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike 2. Rizzo can be considered a bit of a one-dimensional hitter, I guess, in terms of making contact. He tends to see the ball out of right-handed pitchers' hands well, but doesn't seem to pick up the left-handers at the same level. Pulled toward right center field. Giving chase is Nimmo. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for the Cubs, and this is still a 0-0 ball game.
Leading off for the Mets, the first baseman, Robinson Cano.
First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a liner. Foul. The windup and the 0-1. Hit softly down the line at first, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And this will find the wall deep in the corner.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel of the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Here's Jed Lowry now, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. A runner at first with no outs here. 0-2 the count to Jed Lowry.
So he goes back-to-back with the same pitch and got him to chase it both times. He's clearly not picking up that pitch very well.
So he was confident doubling up. Does he triple up on it?
It's always tough to go back-to-back-to-back. It's not a good idea to show a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row. Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Now a foul tip straight into the catcher's glove, and he's able to hang on to record the first out of the inning.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Here's Juan Lagares as he'll take a look at ball one. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. The 1-0. This one's down to third. There's one. On to first, and that's 2 innings and 2 double plays they've hit into so far as the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Through an inning and a half. No score on MLB Network. So coming to the plate, Javier Baez, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo home run there for Javi Baez. His first homer here in the series, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Batting 6th, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
First pitch of the at-bat. Ground ball right side, straight into the shift. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Batting 7th, the catcher, Wilson Contreras.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. Career numbers versus Syndergaard. He's a 300 hitter, 3 for 10. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch is a sinker, too low. 1-0. Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early, 1-0. Contreras in front, 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself in counts where he's likely to be successful.
Outside, 3-0 now. Now here's the pitch. Comes with a slider, 3-0, but gets it over for strike 1.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
The 3-1. There's ball 4.
And that whole at bat, I feel like he really didn't want to challenge him. And I'm really surprised by that because I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order you have to go right after.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. First pitch on its way. Fastball on the first pitch, and it's taken for strike 1.
Great job of getting back in the zone with a hard fastball after the walk. I think he might have let a little frustration out with that pitch.
Comes set with the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. From the belt, the pitch. Up and in on the hands. It's 2 balls and a strike. Contreras, base runner at first with 1 out. to 2-2 now.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
On the ground is short. This could be two. Rosario's got it cleanly. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Cubs are on the board first thanks to the solo home run. We've played two. It's now 1-0 Chicago. Leading off the inning, Ahmed Rosario, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Rosario.
First pitch on its way. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Two and 0 now. Two balls and a strike to Ahmed Rosario. Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Yeah, and I don't understand that approach at all, Matty. He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but he is known for having really good speed. So, personally, I'd much rather see him with a controlled swing and try to put the ball in play.
The 2-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 2-2. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
That is not the way he wanted to start off this half inning. It's one thing to walk the leadoff hitter, but it's even more painful when the leadoff hitter is an absolute burner, and he can really wreak some havoc on the bases.
Next up for New York, Noah Syndergaard, and we'll likely see him square around to bunt. He's set. Here it comes. And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. One there, but they won't get two as he beats the relay to first.
Now batting.
He got the bunt down, but he didn't deaden it enough. Really good job by the first baseman to charge in and make a good throw to second to get the lead runner.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn.
You know, D-Rose, sometimes one of your best friends are your own teammates right there. Good hustle from first base to beat that throw to second, and guess what? He bought his battery made a knock.
Yeah, he definitely bought him a knock. You know what else he's going to buy him? He's going to buy him dinner on the road at some point, because that's some significant hustle right there. It was a nice play. The internal clock of the defender thought he still had a chance at second. Wasn't meant to be.
Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call. Runners are at first and second with one away. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Oh, and he can't come up with it. And now this ball's going to wind up out of play, and that'll compound matters even further. Not particularly graceful there, and as a result, he'll be slapped with an E4 on the play. So a runner at third here with one gone, and next is the catcher Wilson Ramos. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Hey, as a former infielder, nothing hurts your heart more than making errors behind your pitchers. Let's see if this guy can pick them up right here.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. And the run is in to score from third. It's now 3-1.
Hey, there's a base hit right there on a changeup. Maybe not a good idea to throw this guy back-to-back changeups.
Yeah, he seemed to be timing that first one. He let the first one go by, then he was not going to let the second one go by. Nice job right there staying through that baseball.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The 0-2 once more. This is on the ground over to first. To second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
The first baseman.
Into the box now, Robinson Cano. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Changeup too low, and it's 1-0.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. 3 runs already home here. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. The 1-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning, 2 errors in the inning, and a runner left on. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Mets out in front, 3-1. Leading off the inning, Kyle Hendricks, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Now the pitch. Here's a little chopper up the middle. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Now batting, center fielder, Jason Hayward.
Stepping in, Jason Hayward. He singled his last time up. First pitch on its way. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. 3rd inning here. 3-1 our score. A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
2 tough sliders right there, but he was able to lay off him. Might have bought himself a fastball in this situation.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Hit hard towards center. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
In now, Nicholas Castellanos. No balls and a strike to count. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. Hayward, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. The 0-2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command. 1-2. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at what's happening in the American League Championship Series, as they've got a good matchup going on over there as well. Here's Chris Bryant now, 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch coming. Here it is. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Runner goes for second. Line to the right side. Nimmo is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Cubs strand 1, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago, back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Mickey Callaway, the Mets skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Thank you, Heidi.
Leading off for the Mets.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jed Lowry looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here. I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight as he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Schwarber has a play. He's got it 1 away.
The batter, number 1, shortstop Ahmed Rosario.
So a runner at first with 1 out now, and up next will be the shortstop Ahmed Rosario. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Nope.
And a ball, 1-0.
No strike.
Three to 1 is our score here in inning number 4. Changeup, good pitch there. 1-2.
I got the count. 1 and 2.
Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. The 2-2 doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Well, I think this is the kind of approach they need against such a prolific starter. You can't count on putting up a lot of runs, so getting him out of the game has to be the priority. Working at bats, full counts, running up the pitch count is a great way of doing that.
Got him to go down swinging there. Ahmed Rosario is sent packing for the second out of the inning. Into the box, Noah Syndergaard. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Hit on the ground out to short. Baez fields it cleanly, and he'll just step on second for the force, and that'll do it for this half inning. Mets strand one, and it's still 3-1. Ready for another chance? Anthony Rizzo. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. Back up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
That was a nasty sinker right there. Sometimes you get a little luck on the offensive side. Definite ground ball with eyes right there.
Here's Javier Baez. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. Into the bleachers and out of here. Two runs on the board after the home run by Javi Baez. His second home run of the game, and the Cubs have come back to tie it at 3.
I think if this pitch would have been a little higher and in on his hands, it would have been effective. But he left this one belt high. Big mistake. He's a guy that will feast on belt high pitches on the inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's been getting lit up all game, and there's a common denominator. He keeps missing right down the middle of the plate. Case in point with that last one.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. Loud contact there, but it's well fouled. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
The 2-2. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Hats off to that one.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
So 1 away here in the Chicago 4th. And stepping up to hit next, the catcher Wilson Contreras. First offering on its way. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it. 3 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors for the Cubs to this point in the contest. Behind 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt, especially with the bases empty.
The 1-2. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now back, second baseman, Ian.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder and Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. First pitch coming, here it is. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Hit back up the middle. Rosario brings it in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. We're through 4. We're tied now with 3 apiece.
Leading off for the Mets, the second baseman, number 6.
First delivery to him on the way. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. Line drive base hit.
Well, Dan, the sun goes down and this guy lights up right here. That's his 3rd knock of the night.
Talk about having a good night. 3 hits, and hey, he might have another at bat or 2 before this one ends.
Stepping in now, Brandon Nimmo, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ready with the 0-1. Good pitch there. Had him a little out in front.
Game within the game right here. The hitter has to decide if he's going to change his game plan. Is he going to stay staunch and wait for him to miss over the heart of the plate or inside, or is he going to adjust his sights and try and drive the ball the other way?
Now a foul tip right into the catcher's glove as he's able to hang on for the first down.
Now batter, the catcher, Wilson.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Runner goes. Hit in the air to straightaway center. And Hayward will put this one away for out number 2.
The left fielder, number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone. And up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. The 0-1 pitch. Behind 0-2 now. The next 0-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Mets leave 1. Home half of the 5th coming up. Tied at 3-3. So striding forward
Leading
now,
up,
Kyle
for the
Hendricks.
Cubs.
He's 0 for 1 thus
pitcher,
far.
Kyle Hendricks.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. First two pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
In this situation right here, I'm protecting my pitcher from himself. I know he wants to swing the bat and let the boys know in the clubhouse that he can do his job, but I'm probably putting a take sign on right here.
2-0 count and the pitch. And there's the first strike. 2-1. The 2-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike two.
I think he just subscribed to the swing hard in case you hit it philosophy of hitting. As a pitcher, why not? Better than standing up there like you've never held a bat before.
Outside and a full count. 3-2. The lefty Jason Hayward waits in the on-deck circle. Now the 3-2 pitch. A bouncer to the left side, taken there by Lowry. And that's out number one.
Now batting, center fielder, Jason Hayward.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses. 1-0. Three runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors for the Cubs to this point in the contest. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes. Counts even to Hayward. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
Hit out towards second. Played on the backhand. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first.
Boy, when things are good, things are going really good. How about a swinging bunt infield single right there for his 3rd knock of the game, D-Row?
Yeah, he has to be feeling frisky right now. He's had 2 great at-bats, and then this one, he's 100% on fire. Getting an infield single for his 3rd knock of the game, that's awesome.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a 2nd time right here.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Rosario's got it. McNeil's got it for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Cubs are down quietly. 5 innings complete, all tied 3-3. Here's Robbie Cano now. He'll start things out against Kyle Hendricks as we get the inning underway.
Robinson Cano. Ready
to deliver. Here's the first pitch. just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a bouncing ball, foul.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
Hit down the line at first. And Rizzo won't get to this one. It's a fair ball.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Into the box now, Jed Lowry, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 0-1 on its way. Sinker on the inside, and that's a strike.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down the way.
That's foul.
The next 0-2. Liner in there for a base hit.
These guys are in perfect position to break through right here and to take the lead. There is without question nothing tougher than back-to-back singles. You don't know if they're going to bunt. You don't know. They can do so. They have so many options at their disposal right now.
Into the box, Juan Lagares. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
Ball 2 with a sinker that runs off the inside. Cano at second. Lowry at first with no outs. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the location. All 5 down in the zone. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. The 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Good waist pitch, 1-2.
1-2.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out of the jam, and keep this game tied.
Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone. And up to bat next, the pitcher, Noah Syndergaard. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
2 down, runners at first and second. Behind 0-2 now. 2. Here it is. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 2 left for the Mets. On to the bottom of inning number 6, tied 3 apiece. Coming to the plate now, Chris Bryant. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Under it, Lagares, and there's one away.
The first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Ready now, Anthony Rizzo. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Lifted in the air to center field. Lagares is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Javier Baez.
Javier Baez will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Hey, guys, he doubled up right there. Back-to-back sliders. Nice job by the batter right there. Just misses the first one, makes the adjustment, stays a little shorter, and drives the next pitch for a base hit.
Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber. As he'll come up empty that time on a sinker at strike 1. No hits to this point. Before the 0-1, he'll check on first, and he'll get back in safely. Has a look, now the pitch. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Runner on first, 2 away, all tied at 3 apiece. Baez breaks from first. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 0-2 once more. Pitch misses the throw down, and it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
I like the decision to steal right there, and it worked out. With 2 outs, there's not a lot to lose if you get caught, but if you get there successfully, all of a sudden you're just a single to the outfield from pushing a run across.
1-2. Here it is. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Baez stands at second with 2 gone. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Cespedes is there. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around to score. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Game 5 moves to the 7th inning now, and we are all. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. It's on to the 7th now in game number 5. But before the inning gets underway, let's fill you in on what's happened with our game summary.
Please.
Tyler Chatwood is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Tyler Chatwood.
Back to the top of the Mets order, digging in, Jeff McNeil, trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. First pitch on its way. Pops this one up. Therefore, it is Baez, and he's got it for the first out.
The right fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
Now in the box, Brandon Nimmo. Batter-pitcher matchup numbers with Tyler Chatwood. He's 2 for 3. He's taken him deep once. First delivery to him on the way. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Hey, obviously he had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive, thought he was getting another one, slowed him down with the curveball. That's the cat and mouse.
Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Stepping in now, Wilson Ramos, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Scorched to 3rd. Bryant's got it on to 1st, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. Score remains tied at 3-3. Robert Gesellman gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 65, Robert Gesellman.
At the plate, Wilson Contreras.
Leading off for the Cubs, the catcher, Wilson Contreras.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
You like the modern style of baseball? Here it is. Both starters kept their teams in the game. It's close right now. Now we hand it over to the nasty bullpens. Let's see what matchups are going to take place.
The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. And that's just shy of the baskets and off the ivy. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Absolutely scorched that base hit.
Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up.
Into the box now, Ian Happ, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
The box, and it'll get through into center field, a base hit. Now a long throw home, but it's offline. He scores, and they've taken the lead here in Game 5.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's what makes you feel really good about yourself.
Now batting, the pitcher, Tyler Chatwood.
Into the box, Tyler Chatwood. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And they'll put the tag on him going to first, but the sacrifice is successful.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Here's Jason Hayward now, and it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet, so this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Half, the runner at second with one away. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Legara's on the run. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll make it up to third on the fly ball as he's in there now with two away.
That was a nice job to track that one down in the alley because it definitely saved a run from scoring. Instead, he's only able to move up to third.
At the plate, Nicholas Castellanos. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. A ball and no strikes. Oh, this ball is hammered out to deep center field. And bye-bye, that one's gone into the bleachers.
As we take another look here, you can see that the curve just didn't have that great bite to it, and he sends it deep into the night sky. If you can see it early, curveballs can be some of the easiest pitches to get airborne and backspin out of the park.
Justin Wilson takes over pitching duties, looking to get that final out now here in this seventh inning. Chris Bryant will be the first one to greet him as he'll start fresh here with the bases empty following the home run.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Here's the first pitch to him. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Here it comes. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Now this one is crushed. Also to deep center. Back goes Lagares. On the warning track, he makes the catch. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We'll march on to the 8th as they've doubled up now. It's 6-3. Ready once again, Yoenis Cespedes. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
Now a changeup misses here to begin the 8th. It's 1-0. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
I know he got a swinging miss right there, but that was a hittable location to a really good hitter. I don't know if he gets those back if he continues to miss in those spots.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. 8th inning now from Wrigley. Cubs lead in front of their home faithful as you get a look at the line score to see how we got to this point. Digging in now, Robinson Cano. Batter-pitcher matchup numbers with Tyler Chatwood. An impressive 4 for 7. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Hayward has a read on it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Striding into the box, Jed Lowry. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, and it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
High in the air down the right field line. He pulls this one into right. Castellanos is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Down in order goes. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Anthony Rizzo. He flew out in his last at-bat.
The first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
First pitch on its way. Line towards center field. And that's going to be a base hit for Rizzo. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
The batter, number 9. Shortstop.
Settling in now, Javier Baez. And if you remember, I'm sure he does, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. He's set and the pitch. Line drive base hit.
Man, talk about having a good game. And like most guys, this would be a good week. 4th hit of the game, and 2 of those D-Rose round trippers.
Yeah, he's going to have a smile on his face for a while here, Dan. These are special nights. You have to enjoy these. These don't come around often, and he is taking full advantage of it.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. So 1 gone here in the Chicago 8th. And stepping up to hit next, the catcher Wilson Contreras. From the stretch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Nimmo is over near the line now as he makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Paul Sewald trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Ian Happ will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 2 away. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Rizzo over at second. Baez at first. 2 out in the inning. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball. The 0-2 once more. Again, he sends it out of play. The 0-2 once more. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. They still lead it 6-3. Stepping up to the plate, Juan Lagares. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Greg Kimbrell comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 24, Greg Kimbrell.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Popped him up. Rizzo in foul ground, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 1, shortstop Ahmed Rosario.
Standing in, Ahmed Rosario. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Ball 1.
Awfully frustrating for a pitcher. You make a close pitch like that just barely misses. Whew, that's a tough one to get back.
A ball and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Fouled off. Ready on 1 and 2. Good wood on it there, but foul, so they'll do it again. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A swing and a ground ball to third, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Another try at 2-2. Just hung in there on that one. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
Liner towards second. And that's in there. So perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Now batting, number 6.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. First pitch coming. Here it is. No balls and 1 strike. Oh and 1. Here it comes. Now a swing, and he pops him up, and this should do it. Rizzo shading to his right, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Just more of the same from Craig Kimbrell. He comes out of the bullpen and fires a scoreless ninth inning to pick up the save. Business as usual from one of the best in the game.
And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
And tonight's comes to an end, 6-3 the final. Chicago now take a 3-2 lead in this league championship series. Tyler Chatwood gets the W on the mound. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching.